Hello, everybody. My name is JT, and welcome back to another video. Now, today we are going to be playing a game called Before the World Died. I don't know much about this game. It came up on my Discover page a little bit ago, and I downloaded it, and I'm finally getting around to go checking it out, playing some more games, and all that type of fun stuff. I'm also trying to catch up because by the time that you all see this, I most likely will not have my computer set up. Right now I'm moving out of this place, and I'm trying to pack up early because I want to leave early. So I'm trying to catch up, and I'm going to be posting a lot of videos, kind of like that I've recorded before for about like a couple weeks. So, with that being said, Voices of the Void is a short game. I think it's a bit of a sadder game, so just on that. But without further being ado, let's get right on into it. Oh, there's the sun. Oh. The very last flower grew in concrete. Oh. Before the world died. Okay. Huh. Okay. Oh. Oops. Interesting. Oh, what the fuck? I am afraid to look at her. Oh. Poem_1. A flower is all the world's impossibility. She is the great subduer of sleep, the great one that overcomes and opens simply to see, simply to be free. She twists, she dances, her scent glides on every breeze. She is the exploding result of impossible dreams. Interesting. Oh, poem text 2. Flower is the outcome of ambition, a moment to will unrelenting. She knew not to stay still and realized her own being. Ever so gently, she is the one that glides between then and now and never again. No place in particular. The complete disregard of whens and wheres. The face she bears is stubborn and proud. She declares her colors quite loud. What? Okay, this is weird. This is so weird. Okay. A flower is a secret, finally told. Earth holds her like a whisper. When she's realized, she's finally withers. Perhaps forgotten, perhaps granted remembrance. As a dictation to that sublime resemblance which burns and illuminates every being's heart. She is the surmounted mark of divine art that overcame both light and dark. Well, this is so weird, bro. This is so weird, and I absolutely fucking love it. Oh wait, she's so ugly, disgusting. She is disgusting. A flower is like every dream. She reaches for the sky, too stubborn to die. Unforgiving, her aspirations are too high. She struggles from the ground. Surrounding crowds her out. The world tries to drown her, tries to push her down. Know your place, they always say, as they bury a growing grace. They teach her to beat herself, giving lessons in self-hate. She's disgusting. Here, a million ways to hide a building's face. But the only thing she knows is her own promise of a brighter day. Somewhere in the distance, a flower whispers. Oh, what? Oh, okay, we are... Oh, what the... She didn't deserve this, said the last flower. Oh, what the fuck? She didn't deserve this place, she said the last flower. Oh. Oh, I can jump. This is wild. Oh my god. Oh, what? Oh, what the... This tree was precious once, forever ago. It dared to grow in a time when they asserted complete dominance over nature, over all life here. Oh. Click on the earth to grow. Tap jump to float. Wild. What is going on? Oh. I think I gotta go to these. Oh, okay. Fade gently, self-induced extensions and destructive tendencies. Painting methane skies and boiling seas. You see, it doesn't matter if we all die, since no one else would know. After all, we're just another dot in the sky. There's a storm today. It hovers over the towering concrete structures, pelting steaming buildings with something that is not water. It's the first rain in 8 years, the world over. Rain is so rare it became myth. I'm told rain used to be water, but this is not water. What the fucking hell is going on? The air is filled with an anxious dread. This may be the last rain. The last. Everything is the last. This place is dying. Stories of how this place once was existed as whispers, forests filled with living trees, plants, food, rivers, water you could drink, air you could breathe, all free hearsay. Urban legends, some long dead, elders told children. Today they call it the poet. The rain seems to be a strange type of omen. The sky weeps for what they've done to her. I think their actions squandered the possibility that they could change. They are not capable of better. This is who they are, who they decided to be, and so a light was extinguished today. They made their choice over and over in this dying hour. There is indeed nothing worth saving. She did nothing to deserve this. She drew pictures and wrote words. One of the elite decided he would own her. When great men see something remarkable, they must have it. It's that desire to take something free, to capture it, have it, frame it, break it. Their drive to exercise power over life. She remembered them of life. She reminded them of life. They broke her. How powerful they are. How powerful they are. In this dying hour, humanity finally departs from the stars. The sky is their destiny, or so all the propagandists say. Treasured keepsakes, glory, money, power, and their elite. They gathered it all into great ships that tore through the clouds, past the sun, far away from here. They believed they would outgrow this planet. With maps and charts, they prove elsewhere would be better suited for their unending growth. How a tumor grows. If a tumor is removed from the body, the tumor dies. The body stands a chance to survive. It would seem foolish to believe that another planet could support them like Earth did. Earth created them, fed them. Their bodies belong to Earth. Incarnate independencies that they never grasped. They needed Earth. Earth did not need them. Maybe they should have listened to the poet. Maybe. Maybe today it is their own undoing. Earth is finally free, but the spirit of the poet, as it rains, Earth weeps. She didn't deserve this. You've collected a memory. Press keyboard number 6 to read it. Okay. So I collected memory number 6, I guess? Oh, wait. Flower is all the world's impossibilities. She is the greatest slumber of sleep, the great one that overcomes, and opens simply to see, simply to be free. She twists, she dances, her scent glides on every breeze. She is the exploding result of impossible dreams. A flower is the outcome of ambition, a moment to will unrelenting. She knew not to stay still and realized her own... Oh, wait, I think that's one that we read before. Oh, wait. I never understood why they kept the tree. Maybe it became a symbol of what they could do to anything that grew. Okay, wait. I'm gonna go around a little bit more. There is still a lot more. Oh yeah, I only have 1, 2, and 6. Okay, so there's 10, I think. I can go high. Interesting. This is fascinating. Oh, she's unhinged. She's an unhinged liar. I'm sorry she feels hurt, but she... Oh, shit. The last king of Mars. Just to be clear, it wasn't the first time that humanity decided to populate other planets. The attempt had been made before, unsuccessfully, I might add. It's a matter of perspective, you must understand. Such endeavors take trial and error, as well as great sacrifice. This is the dilemma without humanity's visionaries. Humanity might long have succumbed to the various existential fates. True altruism bets on visionaries, securing infinite futures, even if at the expense of momentary comfort. Wars, famines, poverty, and inequality are a small price to pay for antiquating these futures, especially when reaching for the stars. Sacrifices are in order. Although it is always someone else that must take that sacrifice. Ironically, those demanding the sacrifices never made any themselves. Those demanding our sacrifices live in comfort. The few that wield power over the rest of us are a grand spectacle of wealth. They convinced us that their wealth was hard earned, that they, the elite, are all around better humans, and therefore deserving of such advantages. Everyone else falls in line, again and again and again, or so the stories go. A long time ago, before most of the history was destroyed, and along with it most of these stories, there lived two of the world's wealthiest and most powerful men. No, not like now. These two were wealthier than ever, and anything after them. Their wealth rivaled anything ever witnessed. It took the effort of the entire planet to bitter collective sacrifice to put them on such a pedestal, and they sure did earn it. They lived in unfathomable richness. New numbers had to be invented to reflect their values. The world and anything in it was owned by these two. Everyone else needed the money in order to put food on the table and maintain a comfortable quality of life. So this wealth gap remained relatively unchanged. The two richest men that ever lived couldn't agree on who owned what, so they split the world in half. It took even more unchallenged bitter sacrifices on part of the collective to make this possible. Families, homes, cities were divided overnight. The tragedies were countless, but necessary, so that the two might finally have peace and represent humanity as its true luminarians. It was too hard for them to share the earth, so they started catastrophizing why humanity must finally leave Earth. If anyone was to survive, it was true. The world was too small for everyone. It could end at any moment. Our resources were running out, too. Scarcity was common. Earth could not support the infinite growth of wealth. So they devised a plan to send humanity to the Mars. This made sense. Mars was a close planet, just within reach. The only caveat was that Mars was much more dead than Earth. Much more of an unsuitable climate, much more unlivable. But Mars could be terraformed, with the last remaining resources left on Earth, to make it a suitable replacement planet. The Luminarians had spoken. They had their wealth behind them. What fool could possibly argue? Eventually, the two richest people that ever lived left with large chunk of the world's inhabitants. They needed a suitable workforce to terraform Mars. Bigger numbers meant better sacrifices could be made. The two richest people that ever lived also left with an immeasurable amount of Earth's scarcest resources, all to Mars. They successfully arrived, albeit with very little left. Sacrifices had to be made. That was a given. Those that survived the trip were happy just to be included and to begin work on the new home planet. Although the efforts of the workforce were not enough, slowly the numbers dwindled. There simply was not enough to support the vision of these great men. Most everyone starved. Science had failed them. Humanity had failed them. Everyone died, except the two great men. The two last surviving humans on that distant planet. Such a spectacle for the human race. They still could not agree on who owned Mars, so the cycle of hoarding what was left continued, with fortune slowly dwindling. Eventually, one outlived the other. It was a glorious day to finally have a true victor, the greatest luminary to ever live. He was the visionary that succeeded through this entire ordeal and brought greatness to Mars. Since he outlived the other, he could finally be the self-pronounced richest man to have ever lived. Tears of joy ran down his face. This was all he ever wanted. He was the true king of Mars. Either way, the story is ancient history. We are not to talk about it. It is demoralizing to talk that way about our elite, and we have to support all efforts to leave Earth once and for all. It is an old story passed down from long dead people that made their sacrifices long ago. Well, that wasn't even a story. Holy shit, that wasn't okay. Oh, what? Okay. She's a liar. There are always two sides to a story. 3. I am lost to you again. Commendant silence of a burden I know you visit too often. Reminding in bitter loneliness crushed by the butchery of a moment. You are a stolen future. I beg, can you have my dreams back? How they once called to me. I search for their promises made to me sweetly, shining between the countless prisms of dreaming eyes. Their promised tomorrows now taken. Their promise, a loss never to be returned or made right, and I will never know why. You are possibly not to be realized. Call it by name, injustice, cruel and cold. You are aggravating and bitter, burning eyes casting giant plumes of smoke to spite my sky and blot out its sun that will never again shine. My heart beats weakly with your chained to my breath, mocking a loss that I cannot accept. This angered realization of a stolen future, one if only that will no longer be. Yet you happened, and I will never understand why. Here it is that I ask again and again and again, why? Why the most consuming of questions? Why the pointless twisting path leads me back to the beginning after another end? Why did it happen? Why did I do? What did I do to deserve this? Please just tell me why reaps my own judgment that I sow in these bitter moments where I wonder why. So dreams, I bury you here between these aching words. Goodbye. What the fuck, man? Okay, that's 4 out of 10. Here's another one. Oh, okay. You have collected a poem. Press 5. Oh? Don't think about how hard you've had it. Think about how good you will have it. As long as you are fighting, you will have a chance. But what remains after? Pain is temporary, death is permanent. In moments brief, counting what's left, and yet they could never take everything from me. Even if I must live to relive memories will never claim all of me against all odds. Oh my god, I can't read. Will never claim all of me against all odds. Quite stubbornly, there will always be a piece left. That piece, a seed, will always regrow. The same way as nature reclaims my hope, I too will form what remains. Earth knows how to survive. Like her, I can thrive as long as I'm alive. I can weather every coming storm as long as I have a mind of my own. I can see hopefully past points of views, struggling with perception, sowing seeds from what's left, even if just barely. This is my message. Burned and painful truth, just so he knows. You didn't completely destroy what you couldn't have. Alright. Halfway. Oh, dude. Fuck, this... I don't know what to say. Like, oh, what the fuck? Can't. Oh my god, it's getting harder to float. I'll go up to this one. This one seems closer. And there's 2 over here, and then I'll go to the 2 over there. Come on. Okay, which one did I collect? Oh, this is... Oh, what? Don't think it's strange. Don't you think it's strange that they died the way they did? Execution? I think we will die up here. Oh, okay, we're playing a game and a game. I think maybe we will die up here. My colleague looks at me angered. No, you can't speak like that. It's forbidden. You listen. We are making our voyage to a better place, and we do what's necessary to sustain our way of life. Hoarding is not forbidden. Some deserve more than others, and some are designed to be poor. Always, yes, I agree. Overtaken by guilt. Always think we will die up here. The stars glow, but behind them always hovers the pitch black reach of nothingness, dread. Jesus. The terminal spits out another reading. It looks too grim. I shudder to think there is a chance we will never reach the other Earth. Okay. Humanity, all of them. They left for the stars and died up there. There was nowhere else to go all along. We made a mistake coming here. You know, you all know it. We murdered the last person that told us this was a mistake. She was right. That poet was right. Oh? No. You're speaking out of fear because she planted that seed in your head. You're too traumatized by her to think. Starlight, and now you doubt us? We all publicly tortured and killed her, all for what? Because her poetry and art upset us? Because she rejected one of us? One of you? What we did was wrong. And we are dying now. We are dying in space. If you think that's true, then you've gone insane. We did her a favor. We, the elite, were just trying to help her by getting her to stop and see how foolish she is being. In the end, she chose her fate. The idea that any of us did this for malice reasons is a lie. How can you say we were benevolent? We tortured and killed her. We left her for dead to suffer after doing unspeakable things. She died on her own. She wasn't strong. We actually tried to help her. Saying we had anything to do with causing harm is a lie. Humans have been doing unspeakable things to each other since the beginning of time, and you accuse us of mistreating her? What about all the other genocides and death? Do you not care about that? We would have died on Earth if we stayed. That poet's warnings were actively harmful, and we stopped her. And because you keep bringing up how we will all die up here, we will make you responsible for disposing of the dead. I can't get through to anyone. If this is what humanity is, then we deserve our fate. Isn't that such a novel thing to think about? They were so great, so glorious, so impervious. They were going to find another planet. To hell with this one. Still, the darkness that hovers between the stars ate them. It's eerily quiet here. You can only hear the hum of the machinery. Most of us are dead. You dispose of the dead body. Nobody is left to do what we did. Let's see what we do. You dispose of the... What's left are starving. It's so quiet here. Space is quiet. I can't stand it. Everything is breaking because there is nobody left to maintain it. This ship is floating dead in space. We can't dispose of the bodies fast enough anymore. There is not enough people left to do that. So I try. Why did the elite sentence the engineers to death? Because the engineers told them something was not possible, and their pride was hurt? Then they sentenced the food growers to death because their egos were hurt for some other reason. It's always the same. Now look at us. I boarded this part off. The way out is restricted. That part of the ship has no air left. Not literally ate them, I suppose, but they are. There they are. Their giant ships are tombs, floating lifelessly in a void that holds stars, planets, and moons. Now it holds them, too. The graveyard for the species. They were not prepared for any of it. No. No, but... Don't you think it's all a bit strange? They needed this place, after all. They needed the water that they polluted and sold, the animals they drove to extinction, the forests they cut and bled, the seeds they poisoned, the air they burned, the entrails of the earth that they ripped out of time and time again. For the sake of glorious progression and profit, they actually needed it all. Nothingness. Always the awful nothingness that sits between the glow of endless stars that wait to go home. I feel so very weak. I think I'm the last one left. All I seem to do anymore is find random human remains, random dead things. I should have died on Earth. The one that died before me said we should eat the dead, but I will never. I'm better than that. I feel weak. It's been days since I've eaten. I think it's novel to never listen, to kill artists and poets, to believe your own propaganda, and to put on a pedestal the most evil of men. They went up there to die in the end. None of this evil was ever necessary, I suppose. Earth can heal now, if only. The glorious ship floating dead in space. The ship won't carry humanity. Floating grave. There's nothing here but time. This time is empty. Can there be peace after so much injustice? What a mark this left. Horrible, clouded pain. You have to make this right. Maybe you can. Collected memory 8. Holy shit, man. I don't know what to say. Oh, I wonder how long my eyes have been closed. Oops, I really need to change that button. People were gripped by panic and confusion. Pandemonium. The world was ending again. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This time the world was really ending. Not like the last time when the Paulians was told that the civilization would collapse to make their final arrangements to call their loved ones. Taxes had been raised to prevent such doom. No. Not even like the time before that, when they were told that the world was ending because of the catastrophe margins, and all poor, elderly, and disabled had been disposed of to sustain our quality of life. Certainly unlike the time before, when another global war erupted, resulting in cataclysm, food storages, and only the elite could eat because they needed the surge in profits to save civilization. No, not like those times. This time it was an actual ending. A local politician figure, someone fairly unimportant until now, leaked information about an asteroid approaching Earth, a very large thing that would surely end all life as we know it. If we don't do something now, we would all we would all have to work together, sacrifice, recycle, and cut back on resources to make survival possible. The populace was told to evacuate all residential areas and migrate to established safe zones. Bigger cities prepared to hold more people and better surveillance to keep things in order. Everyone would have to sacrifice, not like the last times when regulations and recommendations were more lax. No, this time only the noblest and highest quality of sacrifice would do. Only then could we preserve our liberties and the way of life. Everyone was to be relocated and designated cities to survive a cataclysm event like the asteroid or meteorite. The size remained unclear. All that was known was that it could kill all life on Earth, or at least most of it, at any moment. A local political figure, someone fairly unimportant until he bravely stepped up to inform the public of humanity's pending demise, would surely be re-elected come next voting cycle. Photos of him shaking hands with the rich and powerful graced every news outlet. Humanity's elite once more stepped up to the task. Everyone else was asked to make appropriate sacrifices to once again support their endeavors. It was made very clear that Earth was a dangerous place. Humans couldn't survive here. Something was always out to kill them, especially poverty and war. No amount of support given to the very rich and very powerful elite could ever end poverty and war. No amount of sacrifice was enough. That final clarity could move mountains. Populace would have to build a giant ship and eject this glorious human race into outer space. Only there could human species survive. Everyone had to go. It was the time to finally transcend Earth. Plans were put into motion to make such a feat possible. The elite organization, this would surely become even richer as a result of such efforts. They deserved it. They were hard-working geniuses. Their idea was a development plan like no other. A glorious feat of human accomplishment lay before them. Humans were finally leaving this unsuitable Earth. But first, sacrifices had to be made. No more dissent. Absolute unity was required to ensure success. Empathy is a weakness. We must be strong, they said. Nice. Alright. Number 9. How much more God? How much more God? As much as you can stomach and more. Grief, fear, then dread. A crown of thorns to decorate my head. Weave a robe of dry tears long ago shed bitter jewelry to hang from my ears. They will wear me till I'm dead. How much more, God? I don't think you've suffered quite enough. Here's relief, but I'll call it a bluff. None for me, and I know what's rough. When make-believe God says to you he wants no love but submission, and soon enough. Knees buckle, barbed wire, heart hung, grief in the stomach to fill the lung. Too melodramatic then. How would you like it sung? Up, down, or sarcastically cheery? It's the same feeling felt till I'm weary. So how should I wear my tread head when invented sources of hope answer but rarely? Hope I drank of you till I'm drunk, because when invented God does, my heart all but sunk. The odds aren't divided fairly, but there's a spark. Some divine institution when it gets too dark. Either residual soulman sympathy or bottomless hope in a hopeless situation. Something to feel in me. Still, I consistently return to the beginning. Yes, God, it is me that you hear singing. Since I am so decorate with punishment before any sinning, hold unto you them, it's then promises of better tomorrows. Asking of you, from desperate to gently, how much more? Trials of circumstances are far too plenty. I've said it before. You've heard it and still hear it all more. Thorns, how you like it. Stones from the feast reap what's not sown, all crops for the beast. It doesn't get any easier, you just get stronger. Beneath these all too familiar moments, where all that's left is to beg, emotions swing from broken, solemn, invisible deities are no source of strength. In moments like these, you can clearly see ridiculous persistence. Strength is never heaven sent. It's broken pieces scattered where things look too dark as gathered pieces that remain, sewn together for a brand new start. Not much more, I think. Strength comes from the heart. Brother, what the fuck? Okay, what's this one? 7. Even as I stare into the absolute pit of eternity's grasping darkness, I can see the radiant hope of stars. Look how beautiful you are, and I can say that I knew you. In this winding display of lost moments and chance, even I hear its music tonight. Among a whirlwind of pleasant and knotted seconds that dance, I'm carried by rays of invisible light, holding an endless stream of memories that slip from my hands, that slip right out of sight. Still, how alive you are, unafraid of stillness, hearts beat generously here, just to give us another moment. Even in a precious moment's surrender, all things pass. As time immeasurable reaches past to race away into the cosmic splendor of fate of forever, the sandcastle facing tides of carefully measured seconds, claim this space that I am from grains of counted sea glass. For even among the radiant hope of stars before death, unknown dreams, heartbeats, precious breath, I am a moment in this cosmos too. She pretends to be in pain for attention. You can't believe her. This is wild though. Like, holy shit. It's making me feel shit, but I don't know how to, like, put those feelings into words. Oh god. Oh no. Ah, fuck. I was almost there. Life became abstract. Oh. I had one of those dreams once. It was strange. I never understood what it meant. It was about how we forgot the earth. We forgot the earth. We stopped telling stories about nature and living in it. Our fantasies stopped being about living among the other living beings here. We started telling stories only of ourselves, the way of life we created outside of everything. It became the only reality and nothing else existed to us. Eventually, we stopped seeing nature entirely. We kept it at such a distance that it disappeared to us as a concept. We kept devouring it to sustain the way of life we created. Earth eventually disappeared from reality altogether. None of this was necessary. We just convinced ourselves that it was inevitable until we forgot that it wasn't always like this. That it didn't need to be like this. Earth turned barren. We resented being on it more and more. Now we talk about leaving it. I think, in a way, this feels like an end to us. It started with our stories. We just couldn't see life outside of ourselves. Life became abstract. I'm sorry it isn't fair. It wouldn't be like this if enough of us cared disenfranchised. I couldn't help but wonder, what fee do you pay for bottled air? Does it kill you slow, or stave off death? Does the world end with a crash, or in a struggling breath? What is the going price for the last seed? Is the trash you're drowning in recycled or green? Will you struggle to Will you struggle to replant lost forests? Are any even left? I'm sorry. I used the last water to keep the lawn green. Green, green. It was all so symbiotically green. And you're not popular topic for the security of neighbors, talk show hosts, and our two-sided debates. It would be different, but as it relates, there was an issue with funding. To save you some rain and non-toxic breeze. Tomorrow wasn't a good investment opportunity, and our campaigns didn't have enough money. And our money was used to cut down all the trees, because a dead tree was worth more to us than one that was living, breathing being. Little ones. Ever since anyone could remember, humankind had to assert that they are the best, the most superior beings on this burnt, worn earth. Humanity is better, smarter, more powerful than anything that ever lived. We thought this for so long that we forgot why we started believing it in the first place. Eating the world, draining the water, cutting the forest, creating deserts that stretched from one earth to the other, to sustain this need to prove ourselves that we are better. A dead tree is more valuable to us than a living one. A dried river more profitable than one that holds water, because scarcity is good. Life is a resource to us. Our greed is necessity. It serves a greater purpose. That purpose is us. Ever since I could remember, we strangled life. This eventually grew into not tolerating any life other than our own. Man had to snuff out what remained of the birds, the insects, the other life, literally anything else living and breathing. They couldn't tolerate pets anymore. Some justification or another. I couldn't recall. There was always justification. It always made sense. I used to believe it until I got to know what we were killing. Somewhere in the desert, I found a small colony of birds. Tiny things. I think they were like sparrows, or a type of hummingbird. Like in the old books, I was appalled at first, and then in awe. I never saw something else other than us. They were so small, jumping around, busy doing little silly things. They could fly. I never saw anything like it. How wonderful that must have felt to them. How the air carried them here and there. They were afraid of me, as they should be. I don't know why, but I kept going back to that place to see them. I know I should have told someone that birds lived there, especially since they lived so close to people, and maybe posed a threat. Some justification as to why they are dangerous or another, always justification, so that they could be exterminated, but I just couldn't get myself to tell anyone about them. I started to bring them food. I didn't know what they would eat, but seeing that they didn't have much, I brought water. Sometimes I mixed it with sugar. They started trusting me. The first time one drank from my hand, I cried. It was so small, so frail, but it trusted me. At first, I didn't think they could feel, or I didn't think that they could care, or that they felt pain, but I don't know. I watched them. They cared for each other. That one trusted me, kept following me around. I thought at first that it just wanted food, but it didn't care about food anymore. It would play in my hair, and I would pet it. It was so small. The longer I spent with it, the more I felt like I understood it. It had feelings, it liked things, it disliked other things. I went back often. Sometimes I visited just to talk to them. There was something about them. It felt like they saw me. One time I was crying so hard, burying my face in my hands, I was lying on the ground crying, absolutely shattered about something bad that happened to me around people I had to hide when I was sad because we called that weakness. As I lie there, some of the little ones flew to me. The one I befriended sat on my face, attacking any other that came too close. I felt like it was protecting me. I felt like it cared. It wanted me to be okay. After that, I couldn't other them anymore. They were alive just like me. They cared about things just like me. They loved, they made me laugh. They could be so silly. I never felt love the way I felt loved by them. Eventually, someone followed me to that place, found the birds. They reported them. The exterminators came. When I went back to visit, their tiny bones laid lifeless in the dirt. The one that I loved most was holding on for dear life. I don't know why it fought so hard to stay alive. Why did it fight? Why did it care so much to keep living? I held it crying, trying my best to tell it that I loved it. Somehow I thought that if I loved it hard enough, and if I just understood how much I loved it, death would leave it alone. Something that's loved so much just can't die. I held it until its body grew cold and hard. I couldn't stop holding it. It felt wrong to put it down. I kept crying, telling it that I loved it, hoping that something would happen, but it was dead. Now I can't understand why. Something so small, so silly, a life so tiny, taught me what love is. They said these birds that they don't feel, that they just are less than us, that they just function, but I don't understand anymore. How can we say that something we never even got to know? How can we say that we are great when we kill something so small and precious for no other reason than that it is alive, and we are better than it? I can't understand. Something so precious, so loved, can't just go away after it dies. You can't just dissolve a spirit. It's so beautiful. Something loved just can't vanish like that. I miss the birds. They didn't deserve us. A tower called Grief. Someone stole the sun, a tower called Grief. It hovers just above me, casting its shadow periodically. Every day in my way I can't see. I promise myself delay. Death, not another breath, longer, not another day beyond this one. Another I must brave, but I'm not brave. Still, I'm here, alive, my miracle. Maybe it's a miracle if you say, a terrible blessing, undisguised, my breathing burdened. I wish I were no longer just to escape that tower. I'm not stronger enough to battle every moment a struggle. How horribly it all towers. I want justice. This is my end because I can't escape this shadow. Wherever madness goes, the saddest know it by name. I am abandoned before its gates, this tower called Grief. Still towers crumble, gates rust, shadows dissolve. Someday, in some way, I'll find my way back. It will find my way back to me. I'll be free. Holy fuck, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is this game? What did I download? Bro, I'm playing this before class. Oh my god. What is this game? I thought this was just gonna be like a sad little game. This is depressing. Her pain is just a call for attention. What we did to her was necessary and right. Okay, this is probably gonna be another long one. Or maybe not. Well, I don't know, maybe. Faith. Can I believe in fairy tales when all good it fails? Crushed beneath 1,000 hells of our own devising. Can I believe in love? Curiosity. Curiously, I'm surmising. When too many walk as heartless shells, cursed by that fake of the death and songless, and what peace would I find? Time wears even the strongest. And no, it's not all just fine. When I ask, will that same fate be mine? Breaking angels take the longest. There's only one more fairy tale left, I think. This place, this planet, has been here for incomprehensible time, always twisting, chasing, growing, shrinking, breaking. It is ancient compared to anything that lived, if we must compare. Some things are so old that they are no longer measured. They loop back around to the beginning, twisting along with time. Time carries these things. Time can be an empty hollow. Time can be full of memories. But there is always time. This planet has time. It has time to heal, to remember all its forms, to invent new ones. Nothing that lived here can compare to how ancient it is. Species have come and gone, but this place remembers it all. There are spirits here, presence that is as old as the earth itself. You used to be able to feel them when you stood in the clear, glittering sea, or climbed great mountains dotted with ancient forests. You could feel how old life is, things that have always been, which time cannot consume. Never mind the dead. Nothing really disappears. Everything dances between being and not being. I need you to understand this as you consider the spirit of this long extinct flower. I see you following her around. One flower that used to live a long time ago. Look how beautiful life is. The flower spirit is electric. A prism of light taken apart, put together, pulsing with defiant dreams. She is just like the sand in the rivers that once were, the twisting green trees that whispered out our secrets between dancing leaves, the animals that played, all so full of life everywhere. You see their spirits, don't you? Maybe you don't. Still, their spirits are here waiting for the earth to heal. Nothing ever disappears. There are things too beautiful, too precious to just vanish. Something so loved doesn't just diminish. Something so loved can't just go away into nothing. This flower is one of them. Her spirit is strong. I admire that. Even if extinct and long ago dead, she still dreams of growing seeds that dance on the wind, take root in rich soil, stretching leaves and flowering limbs, then all over again. What a dance it all was, and maybe still is. The flower is remembered by the earth. Nothing ever truly dies, no. I think maybe she can heal the hurt that they left. There's a great deal of sin that scars this place. How awful that was. They crushed this once beautiful spirit. Something is so bound in the center of the city. It can't grow away. It struggles to let go. Nothing is right while this excruciating pain festers. Unacknowledged earth and spirit wait to heal. We wait for that beautiful thing to bond, to cut, to hurt, to be free. There is hope everywhere. Have you gathered it? Maybe you can help with these memories. This beautiful spirit was a poet once. Such a powerful heart. A poet that saw us. Her words were captured by the wind and kept alive. Someday, I hope she will remember how strong she was. Here, I kept something of hers alive. Maybe the flower can carry it back. Hope is not the place of refuge where you go to assert that things can get better, that they do indeed heal, a looking glass where you perceive far past how you feel. Hope is the seed of virtue despite all hurt. It soothes where what remains of faith will spark anew. As the soul declares with newfound defiance a future away from present grief, hope as such that stars radiantly shine for those willing to reach a place of divine light, gathered to courageously glances one freely steals them. From that crystal ball look carefully, and you'll see it all, unfettered, unshattered, hope to gather. She is disturbed individual, lashing out at any perceived target to her. If someone important and powerful wants to hurt you, and enough people benefit from it, everyone will look away. They will let that person do whatever they want. It is important. If that important person catches any consequence for what they did, they will make you out to be the villain. They will call you a liar, unhinged, crazy, not worth believing. You're just doing this for attention. Everyone else will tell you that you let it happen, that your pain is not real, that you are traumatizing others by sharing it. You became the nuisance. Can't you just go away? Nothing about you is real anymore. Someone important hurts you. The important person can do whatever they want. If enough people benefit from them, that's the rule. Social order is built on this. If you can make enough noise about what the important person did to you, then people will decide that you are crazy, that you are too broken and not worthy of attention. That something is wrong with you because you're still bringing it up. If enough time has passed, then you are not allowed to be upset about it anymore. You must come to terms with the fact that you will never have accountability or closure. There is an expiration date placed on how upset you are allowed to be about it. People get tired of hearing about it. They want to go back to benefiting from the influential, important, powerful person. You are in the way. There is nothing you can do if you decide to make noise about it. You will have to make the pleasant type of noise, the type of noise that allows others to build their platitudes on you, to make themselves look good for caring. That caring is a public performance. Once the caring runs its course, you must accept that nothing will be done to hold anyone accountable. If you want them to actually walk their talk, then you are a nuisance and a liar. If you make noise, then you will always be the liar. If you decide to say nothing, then you will condemn your silence. They will say that you knew something but let it happen, that you were the one that could have stopped the powerful person, but you said nothing, that you could have done more. There's nothing you can do that will ever be right. Your pain is not real to them. Your pain is only as real as those that benefit from believing you. I have nothing left to say. I've said it all in every possible way. Because of that, I am crazy. Still, I hold hope that I will be believed. That maybe something will happen and it will matter enough to be wrong, but in the end, everyone fell in line. If you don't believe me, you can still see for yourself. See what they did to her. She's still where they left her, waiting for something, anything. What the fuck?
Hummingbird catchers string their nets high, traps to show, nectar, crimson, gold. A heart to entice, hearts to snare, the one to buckle and fold. At times like these, the world feels cold, but times like these are testament to strength of soul. And I've got one to show. Hummingbird nets cast. How long will it last? Great men do unspeakable things. The greater believe it helps them win. But greatness isn't measured by the weight of sin. It's measured by the strength within. What you do and put another through. Greatness ill-excused. Are words with some castaway muse? Hummingbird abuse serves us no use. It may temporarily amuse, but soon it gets old. when all the greatest have colors and truth to show, nectar crimson and another's gold. Hummingbird snatchers, I heard they're collecting hearts wished upon stars. Messengers beating wounded drums. It's a song to regret, bitter notes stuck in my head. Keep it so it can last, God knows they're trying. Beating too fast, keep it from flying. You can keep it, hopefully from dying. Steal a heart and greed makes one deaf and dumb. Steal my soul and heart from. Hummingbird trappers plotting soon enough. I can hear them. A message for the scheming. Greed makes us all dead. So come death, you among free men. These wounds hurt, but you can't see them. For each evil, I feel less. For each blow to me, I grow all the more fearless. So come face me, dear bitter demons, and tell them boldly that I too am a human being.
Oh, dear Lord. Your desire to heal does not automatically entitle you to being harmed to others, actually. I believe you are literally I can't believe that you can find something attractive in the vast majority of women, but she is momentarily hideous. I wish all these clinically insane women that scream rape at every given moment to actually be raped, just for them to realize how. I know nothing about this except that no man ever has. Is that even human? She needs to shut up and go to therapy, take her meds, not be given a platform where she can hurt people by lashing out at them with accusations. She made it up only to advance. Even if she's right, what happened? Make an offering of memory. And something beautiful in place of cruelty. Scratch away the awful writing. Put her down. You don't deserve this place.
Until you brought me back, I didn't even remember who I was before it all happened.
Why didn't you come home?
I don't know how. I can't. It hurts so bad. I don't know how to move on.
It's okay. It's time to go home.
How?
I'll take you. We can go together. This place together.
Dandelion through a crack. She's alone to color gray stone. I wonder how she does it. She grows so above it, even when no one loves it. What's her source of strength, I wonder? It seems endless. When she goes through great lengths just to grow, just to show her blooming face in an unwelcoming place. Although stepped on every day, her head's held high in the morning.
I don't fully know where to go. That one was the hummingbird one, right? Don't remember. Shit. Did I just have to go down? You know. Yeah, I'm a little confused on where I need to go. Maybe I need to go to one of these ruins. Ah, here we go. It's over. I think that's the end of the game. Um, I don't know what to say. I um first that was a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. I am so behind now. I need to go make food and get ready. Almost actually had to stop. If this went on for any longer, I would actually have to stop. would have actually had to stop in like the middle of recording this. Um, wow. I guess one thing I want to say is to anyone that's listening to this far, you're important. You, if something has happened to you, if something bad has happened to you, do not feel like you can't go to somebody. Do not feel that you can't reach out to somebody. There are people, there are places, there are numbers that you can call, so many things that you can do if something has happened that you can reach out to. You are important. You are loved. Do not make anybody make you feel like you aren't. This game caught me very off guard. I'm sorry. It was good. It's really good. If you have any want to explore probably the mass amounts of other poetry and things and writing that was in this game, it will be in the description below, along with some other things. I think I don't know. I'll figure that out when I post this. Um, Thank you. If you have watched this far, if you have sat through me just playing the game, I didn't even say much. Thank you. Um, I don't know much more what to say. Um, yeah. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And you are all important, okay? But I hope to see you in another video. For now, bye bye.